Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'll give some of y'all a little bit of time to tune in. I hope everybody had a blessed and productive Tuesday. Hope everybody was able to get through the hustle and the bustle of the day. Hope everybody is still being joyous and festive during this time of year. You know, I want to thank those who popped up in the live earlier. You know, I'm still trying to find out details about what happened earlier. Uh, I don't know if this person drowned and died or just whatever, but I'm trying to find that out. You know, at some point somebody gonna say something. Chuck, salute. Hey, Wilma, blessings. I know I'm late. I'm late for my own live, and I ain't even set a reminder. I just woke up. I done slept the whole damn afternoon away. It's crazy. Homeless salute. Oh yeah, do a favor, homeless. I seen the thing you put in the chat. Just put a time reminder up for that day, and I'll pop up and show some love. Hey, y'all, see blessings. Yeah, that's what I was hearing earlier. That's why I was outside during the live when that shit. I didn't know what was going on, but it kind of threw me off because besides the two bums on the boardwalk going back and forth on who was the loudest and who was the most disruptive against the people that was walking, you heard that. And I'm like, you can't be serious. First of all, I granted, who knows why they did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. This could have been something I was talking about earlier. People with mental health issues sometimes go off the rails. I don't know. I'm still trying to find that out. You know. Hey, y'all, see blessings. Nah, homeless. I'm on the East Coast, but I still get notifications and stuff. So, you know, but I definitely let you send the notification out for that live. I'm gonna pop up, bro. I'm gonna show you some love and support. What happened to your other page, bro? That's crazy. Yo, Wilma, that's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. That is crazy. See, and this is another thing too we gotta worry about in the community. We gotta start making sure some of these people are not too intoxicated to where they can end up hurting themselves or dying. You know, I feel like this. Once you intoxicate, first of all, who the hell was she with, and why they left her like that? You know, that's what I'm saying. It's too much that you got to worry about in this day and age now. Like I said earlier, while that was happening, there was two different situations with these two dudes on the boardwalk. One I know for a fact got mental health issues, and the other one just I don't know why he going loopy now. And this is somebody that I knew and went to school with. So now when I looked at the face again earlier, I'm like, yo, what is going on in this world? This shit is so scary when you see people that you knew, some people that you even looked up to at one point, and they out here hard on it. Like, you don't know what's going on with these people. D Truth, salute. Nah, I got your bell on, bro. Trust me, I got that. I'll definitely pop up and show some love though. That's how we do out here. Sometimes as a community, you gotta really keep your watchful eye out for certain things. Like I said. Like, when you know you've been with somebody and they've been too intoxicated, you're supposed to make sure, as a friend, you make sure they get where they need to get to. Even if you got to put them in a cab, so be it. You know, don't leave your friends out there too intoxicated to where they can get themselves harmed or possibly killed, male or female. Because if you a real friend, like I'm a real friend, I ain't gonna let you just be staggering somewhere else drunk. If anything, I'm gonna try to get you to your nearest destination and make sure your ass stay there before I even decide to walk over or do anything. You know, I've seen too many situations where everybody's supposed to be hanging, and then quote unquote friends end up leaving them. But then sometimes too, depending on what the hell you doing, sometimes the person I done seen people walk off just by themselves. They didn't even let these people know they was walking off. So, but even still, as a whole, you gotta watch out for your friends if y'all all together. If one look like they missing, find out what's going on. You know, like I said, I don't know the whole situation, but hopefully that girl didn't die. You know, because they done lost too many people out to sea like that, being drunk, intoxicated, being somewhere near water, and then just either falling off or whatever. You know, no, they fell off the pier. Basically, they fell into the water, like where they go fishing at a breast. See, I don't know how deep she was, but you know, like the way half of the, you know, like I said, the way half of the precinct and the fire department and the medics came out, and they was rushing wild crazy. So I'm thinking like, damn, it probably more than one person. And for those that was in the live earlier, or those who watched the replay, you heard helicopters and shit at some point. So you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, and that's the crazy part. I don't know if she was just drunk or she could have had mental issues and been drunk. Because you have some mental issues. You got people with mental issues. Some of them actually still be out here drinking and doing shit like they. If you know for a fact you taking certain psych meds and certain things that you know could, I don't think you should be mixing alcohol sometimes. It's just that simple. But you got something that you said you can't tell nobody nothing. And if they've been doing this for this long, the only thing you can do is hope that they don't either put themselves in the grave or put themselves in jail. But it's sad. Like I said, got to get some of these people off the streets. Some of them, not all of them, because some of them be minding their business and they be chilling and they be harmless. Some of them could be outside in the surrounding and they don't snap, they don't get crazy with nobody. They just be in their own zone chilling. Hey, Nicole, blessings. Y'all just tuned in, hit that like button on the way in. And it's sad. I'm gonna definitely try to find out that because I had a feeling it had to been either because the way they was running towards the scene, like I said, you'd have thought it was more than one person. So at some point, the stories always come out. You know, who knows? It probably might make the news if it didn't make the news already. So you know, but it is a sad situation still. You know, yeah, some don't believe that woman, but then for the people that's around them that could already read the signs, they should already know what's what. Like if I know for a fact you bound to go crazy, nah, nigga, I ain't giving you no bid. You better off smoking one or two joints with me before you even. Nah, we ain't doing that. 'Cause I don't believe in mixing pills and medication, liquor and medication. I don't believe none of that. Nah, if it ain't no weed and a little bit of liquor, I don't want no mix. And if I'm on some sort of meds, depending on what the meds are, I'm just gonna have to hold it down till I stop taking those meds. Some people don't care. Some people will still be taking the meds and still be doing the things they're doing. And in the long run, some of them are messing up their bodies. Hence why I said some of them shouldn't be on the streets. Some of them should be properly housed in asylums or halfway homes to where they could, not halfway homes. I'm thinking about damn jab. Well, you could kind of say that. It's the jail for them, but it's not a jail for them. Let those ones that really need their meds and the proper, you know, supervision be placed somewhere. There's too much to think about right now. And like I said, even though they trying to build up a lot of these buildings, and some of them are going to be for the veterans who came back shell shocked or have some sort of mental health after coming back home, or for those who really just was born or might at some point develop these mental health issues. Those are the people that if they got to be supervised to a degree, especially if you know what's a ticking time bomb for them. You're supposed to definitely make sure they get the proper treatment too, even if they need an aid, so be it. Because some people can't be unsupervised because we see what happens. Yo, Carlton, salute. Yeah, I know I'm late for the live. I was trying to set this reminder before, but yeah, your boy got some rest. But on some real stuff, you know, as a community, we got to find out a way to just make this happen. Get some of these people that really need to be off the streets, but also make sure they getting the care and the supervision that they need. Because some of these people really can't be on their own. Rather they adults or not, some of them can't really be on their own. Because it's a high chance that something might happen. You know, and that's something that you should be wary about. Because you don't want to hear another story about somebody who had long-term mental health issues, either finally shooting the gun or getting shot by the gun. It's getting spooky out here. And that should have you thinking like, you know, keep your guards up to some degree. Not saying you gotta be on not saying you gotta be on, you know, ticking time bomb mode every time, but just keep your eyes peeled for a lot of different things, especially like I said earlier, around these holiday seasons, because there's gonna be a bunch going on. And you're even gonna have a man upstairs just watching his main ones. Because there's always some dumbness going on around this time. You know, keep your family and everybody else definitely in motion because you gotta move as a unit, especially on these streets. If you are going wherever you're going, whether you traveling for the holiday or not, just be wary. Because just like I said, you have some of these people who will mess around, and if they done been arrested more than 10 times, and whether it's for felony charges or not, and they still slipping through the cracks, that goes to show you that the system don't really care about them. But we as a community, we still got to have some compassion and figure out ways to keep those ones from being out here causing, like you don't want to hear this one just went loopy and just decide to attack somebody. Because some people try to say, well, people ain't just going. If they have mental health issues and if they ain't on their meds, and if it's been more than a certain amount of days they ain't have them, you don't know what that person liable to do. Trust me, I've been around people like that. Like I said, my mother worked around a lot of people like that. Trust me. They ain't got their meds for a certain amount of time. They liable to be off the rocker, and there's nothing you might be able to do but sedate them. Trust me, I know that. And if you got quote unquote professionals who are not trained to deal with those type of people neither, they could be another casualty. And you don't want to hear that. Especially when the only thing that person might have needed was just somewhere to get their meds and calm down. Even somebody to talk to them and just keep them off. Like you gotta start having compassion because that could be somebody in your family, that could be one of your close friends, and this is not a game no more. It's really not. That's why I'm saying you gotta definitely make sure we come together for the right things, and this should be one of the right things we do come together for. Figure out a way to get those ones who really have the high, like if they that highly, yeah, get them off the streets because they are a danger to themselves and they definitely a danger to anybody around them. You know, and I feel they shouldn't be slipping through the cracks. That's like you letting the rapist slip through the cracks. Is that what you're gonna start doing next too? You're gonna start letting all the rapists up out of jail? Nah. Or you gonna start bringing no? That wouldn't be fair neither. You know, when it comes to people with mental health, they shouldn't slip through the cracks. Nobody should be able to slip through the cracks like that. Not in this society. You know. You know, and that's one part too. You know, if you don't have the trained professionals that already know who's who, even if you bring in rookies into the situation, you still supposed to give them a blueprint, a guideline of who's who and who to come or who to, who to deal with as far as when you come across them. Listen, if you come across this one, you ain't got to really do nothing. Just, just break it down for them like that. If you come across this one, you might have to get a little physical, but at the long run, it ain't going to be crazy. Just do what you got to do. That's how you're supposed to break it down for anybody. That's like you coming on to a job. If I was a maintenance worker and you coming on to a job with me, I got to teach you the ropes. You new here. I'm not going to let you fall and not succeed. I'm not going to set you up for no failure. And see, some of these people set they co-workers and shit up for failure like that. Because you don't know how to handle certain people who really have high mental health. It's crazy. I really look at that, man. Now, like I said earlier, the one that was out there tweaking, once I came back around, I seen who that was. Like I said, it kind of made me a little upset only because it's like, well, damn, what the hell happened within the last couple of years? See, as a community, some people that you might know and love, they might go through some shit. And if you too stuck in your own world to see certain things, next time you might see that person, it might fuck you up. Like, to be honest with you, it only fucked me up because I ain't see that person in mad long. The last time I seen them and spoke with them, they was good. You know, like, and even when I did catch up with them, they every time I did have some sort of, they was good. So it's not like I wasn't doing my part as a person. Like, let me check my people, see what's going on. But almost every time they spoke, yeah, yo, everything good. Nothing sounded out the ordinary. You know, so you really fuck around and then now you see it for real and you like, damn, gotta be aware of certain signs. Yo, Carlos, salute. Hey, Tanya, glad you tuned in, sis. And I said, all in all, where are we gonna start making when we gonna start making these fences? Start building back up the community the way it's supposed to be built up. And that's from all aspects, including from that aspect. You know, like they try to say something about somebody's not just gonna wake up in the morning and wanna shit. If you have a severe case of mental health issues, you probably get up and jump over a bridge. You don't know what that person's gonna do. Now, a regular person, yeah, they ain't gonna just wake up and want to kill somebody, not unless they had that already set in motion. But when it comes to these people, you got to be mindful, because they have a right to live just like we got a right to live. But we just got to treat them a little different. But some of them know they shouldn't be out in society because they're gonna always always gonna cause some sort of havoc. And even if it's not done purposely, still, that's something that we shouldn't have to always have to go through. We should be able to coexist in the same spots without having to take certain, protocols. If I know you might be a little off, hey, as long as you ain't harming nobody, you ain't, attacking nobody, not spitting or doing no wild stuff, you good. You can stay in my circumference. But when you start doing certain things like that, nah, I got a problem with that. And like I said earlier, some of them you would hate to have to hurt, but they definitely need to be somewhere housed and supervised, because there's no way you got some of them that just have multiple arrest records, and then yet and still it takes them to either get killed or finally get caught up, and like now major damage didn't happen already. Like I said, how many other times you done turned around when you done had an arrest? It's either somebody who just high mental health or somebody that was homeless and also high mental health. Like, come on, there's too many different tragedies going on, especially in society now. Gotta be on point. But again, we're gonna have to start building resources to at least get some of these people off them streets quicker. Because like I said, if you could have money to go into a Powerball, how the hell you don't got money? Oh wait, let me say this before anything. For fair use, for educational purposes only. This is only my opinion. There's no way in the hell you can tell me you got almost 800 million or however to put into a damn jackpot Powerball shit, but you ain't got enough money to get all them people off the streets that need to be off the streets into a unit where everybody is not going to be a threat to themselves or society. Make that make sense. Like seriously, make that make sense. Yeah, I know that, sis. Trust me, I know that. Now, as far as earlier with what was told to me, it was a woman. I don't know if she was drunk and she fell off but even still, that's tragic too. Because I was hoping it wasn't no kid. At least I know my prayers were answered, because I was like, sometimes parents don't pay attention to the kids neither, and they kids, depending on where they at, they kid to be going in a heartbeat. You don't know how many times when I was doing certain jobs, even when I was working in the city, you mess around, be like, yo, who kid is this? And they'd be like, oh, thank you, I appreciate you. I didn't know that start paying attention to your kids. That's another thing. Start paying attention to your kids for real when you with them. You do not need a tragedy to happen. You know, too much carelessness to a degree going on out here. Definitely be on your guard, especially when it's your young ones. You know, and that's the sad part. You know, they gotta definitely reopen up a lot of them. Like a lot of those asylums are gone. A lot of those little halfway homes, and it kind of was halfway homes. They're closed. And then whatever they are trying to open for these people is like you're trying to fit two different sets of people into a building, or you put in two sets of people next to each other in different buildings. So you don't know what you could come across. You know, I don't know, man. It really needs to start happening. Like I said, maybe I think different, but I believe in a imperfect world, we should all be able to live perfectly without the bullshit. You know, we know some people are not gonna be born normal, which is okay still, because at the end of the day, the man upstairs makes no mistakes, and he still loves the children regardless. You know, and that's for a fact. For those who just tuned in, y'all already know, hit the like button on the way in. And if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yo, Frankie, salute, bro. You know, gotta definitely just take that into consideration. Because for those who are very susceptible to violence, especially if they off their meds. They could attack you, your kids, probably somebody older. You got to be on point for that. You know, got to be on point for that. And for those that know some of these people, yeah, you definitely got to be on point for that. Even if you might have to do a small scuffle just to, you know, sometimes it needs to be done. You ain't got to kill them, but there's ways to subdue them, just like there's ways to subdue somebody that's not mentally insane. We say it like that. So it's all back to the drawing board and retraining, period. You got to retrain yourself, period. You know, it's different things going on. It's not just the basic, oh, okay, this person just got this. All right, give them this. No, it's a multitude of things now. And even some severe autistic people, if they are triggered and they don't have their meds, they could go off sometimes. I've seen it happen. Like I said, my mother dealt with a little bit of everybody on that side of the fence. So trust me, I got a glimpse of what it was and how it was, and how some of them are really dedicated to really trying to do the right things, you know. And it's truth, because a lot of these, like the spot my mom was working in, that would have been a perfect situation for some of those who need that supervision, especially if they ain't getting the meds, or they wasn't getting the meds that they was supposed to been getting for the longest. It's crazy, man. That's why I'm saying, hey, Rachel, blessings. Glad you tuned in. You know, yeah, because it's certain. Like I seen one person, may he rest in peace. But I remember him. He normally was cool. Everybody was cool with him and all that shit. But certain things used to trigger him, and if he was off his meds, you could tell. But he still wasn't a harmful person. You know, some people are not always harmful when they off their meds, but they still need them. It's almost like how the dope heads need the dope, like the crack heads need the crack. It's almost along those lines, but it's not. If they don't take their meds, especially if they're supposed to be keeping their mind calm, keeping their body still, certain things like that, or along those lines, yeah, that's like detoxing for them. So it could get bad in a matter of seconds, shit, matter of minutes. Yo, really salute. Shit crazy in here. Yeah, bro. When they got triggers like that, son, they could disappear on. Look how many times you done seen posters up when they was like, "Have you seen this person?" And they'll tell you this person has severe mental health issues, and you know it could be different situations. Some it could be oh, he's armed and dangerous. Some could be you know they telling you basically what to look for. Basically, if you do come across them, you know they're always gonna have some sort of details. But then even still, that goes to show you when they got schizophrenia or they even got bipolar, sometimes they can go missing for days. You know, it's really a tragic situation. Hold on, Cage, I got you, my dude. Right now, I gotta let this off because I was supposed to do this earlier. I'm up and I'm in red form. Day number one of vacation, so I'm on it. But seriously, yeah, gotta come together and start opening back up those asylums, or shit, start building our own. At some point, as a community, we can't always just trust these people to give us or even grant us certain things. So when we do have the resources, we should just do what we need to do. Like I said, some of them are not a danger, so they should be able to maneuver around. But for those who could be a danger, nah, they need to be supervised at all times. Sorry, you know, you know. Some people end up suffering or end up catching mental health issues due to certain tragic events. You know, like I said, we all human. And depending on how much is being done or how much has been done already, somebody might just go into that dark hole, like I said, and they ain't coming back out. Or they might not come back out the same. And if they do come back out, and if they do come back out the same, they gonna definitely try to avoid going back down there because they see what it brings. Like I said, you can't let this hold you down forever. Doesn't matter what was going on. You got to learn to heal, pray, move forward, and let certain things go. You know, craziness. You know, these are conversations that need to be had because at the end of the day, things is happening in real time. Yes, we know it's certain things that need to be discussed, but there are way too many people who are discussing this. So you bring the issues that you know for a fact you see on a daily. And I see plenty of these people on a daily that I know for a fact need to be properly housed. And the spots that they did have, they done closed them down and turned them to other things, either other rehab clinics or whatever the case is. So now these people are wandering around, aimlessly, period. And some do have family, but some of their family, like, I could kind of understand it, but then again, if it's family and you know for a fact you don't want to see nothing ill happen to them, you should take them in, at least for as long as you can, or at least until you could get them the help they properly need. Like I said, everybody is so selfish nowadays. It's just me, me, me. No, it shouldn't be that way all the time, man. Should. It's just really sad. It's really sad now. And some people, yeah, they don't know they have mental health. You know what? And it's masked a lot of times because if they already out socializing, drinking, doing certain drugs already, it only take one certain effect for them to just snap. You know, but drop the link in a little bit for anybody who do want to pop up and say something. I wasn't even gonna have an open panel, but just in case if somebody want to really give their 2 cents on this, because this is nothing really to be fucking around with, trolling around with, nothing. There should be something that sticks to your soul, you know. Because some people are really being untreated. Some people don't know they have it until it's too late. And then for those who do, you got to look at it. If they was already born with some sort of mental deformity, you can expect one out of two things. Either gonna expect them to be on one side of the spectrum and they good, or they gonna be a terror to themselves and others. You know, that's what I'm saying. Nah, it is the truth. Also, it was considered taboo to a degree because their main thing was just medicate them and that's it. But it's more than just medications. Some people really need to be supervised at all times because any slight trigger might trigger them the wrong way. Like I said, you have some people who will go missing for days, probably weeks. May the boy rest in peace. Like even the situation with the autistic kid, you know. Like I said, when you have these people, even in the schools, you got to be mindful and wary of them because at any time they could get away from any situation, and depending on how volatile they are, You know, they can end up somewhere they don't want to end up. You know, you know, and that's a whole fact. That's part of it. But you have some people who, like I said, are born with mental deformities. So when you have those, that you already know is not going to be on the same spectrum as us, you still got to have the same compassion like you would have for somebody who just caught these mental health because of trauma. You know, it all got to be put in the same category because it's like, what it is, you know. And for those who might be in the field, especially when it comes to either being cops or EMTs or whatever, you're supposed to have a specific training for these type of people. You're supposed to know the signs, period. And if you don't know the signs, then that's a problem too. It's sad, and it really makes you think. Hey, royal blessings. It just makes you think. You know, you still got to remember to make sure these people have the proper training to deal with these type of people. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I think different, but it's a sad situation. And another thing I am going to bring up tonight, because it wasn't just this, I'm going to bring up again for those who are supposed to be real friends and dear friends to these people. If you see they need the help them in any way, shape, or form. Help them. Now, another thing I'm about to address for some of you who claim you are friends to people and you allow them to be somewhere intoxicated or way out of the element and something bad happens to them, just know this. For the things that you have done, it does come back tenfold. Friends are really supposed to be there for their friends, like at all times. I don't care what the situation is. If I know my peoples is too intoxicated to really be even doing certain things, nah, nigga, we gonna cool off. We gonna chill out, or we just gonna find somewhere to walk and chill. You know? And that's true, but this is a public service announcement to those. Even if they try to reject the help, you still try to help them regardless. Don't gotta be on that aspect though. But to avoid them from going through certain situations, yeah. If I'm with you, we all supposed to be, man, listen, we either getting in the cab together or we gonna fuck that nigga. I got the munchies, nigga. We all finding somewhere to eat. Sometimes you gotta diffuse certain situations too, no matter what even if y'all that intoxicated. I done seen situations where it could have went left. They didn't go left. Just because right people knew what to say and do at the times. And you gotta be around those type of people too. You know? I see the situation one time and the ball almost go left. But because homie was, his birthday weekend, and that nigga was kind of mad because he said, "Yo, come on, man, it's not to be funny. Y'all ain't got no buffalo wings." That could have went left just because the nigga was tight about some buffalo wings. That could have went left because everybody was in there fucking twisted. I ain't gonna hold you, but I still was like, damn, at least the right people was around because they knew what it was already. Like, nah, it's nothing crazy. A nigga really got the munchies. He hadn't been on one all day. So it's like, sometimes you could stop a situation if you with the right people. Again, I'm not leaving my friends intoxicated to where they could possibly put themselves in danger. So that's to be something regardless to what. Yo, look, take your ass home. Matter of fact, come on, we walking home together or we going home together. It don't matter. But you gonna get to wherever you going. You're not gonna. That's just me. Cause I would feel a type of way. Cause me being a real friend I am, I would feel a type of way. That's what I'm saying. I really like take a lot of things into consideration as a community. It's too much happening out here. And if we ain't got that much of a conscience to really like stand and speak about certain things, then what the hell are we all sitting here for? You know? And also too, if you know certain people have been through traumatic events, there's nothing wrong with getting professional help, especially if you feel nobody at that point understands what you're really going through. You know? There's a lot of different factors that we know for a fact we are ignoring. We got to start living on that. Because when it hits deep or it hit close to home, trust me, not going to feel the same way after that. For those who think that is cool to leave your friends when you know they in a fucked up situation, you just as fucked up. I can't leave my homegirl knowing that she pissy drunk. I can't leave her somewhere where I know she could either be raped, robbed, or God forbid killed. Nah, we ain't doing that. Cause I ain't standing on that. And I can't let my niggas neither. Like if I know my niggas supposed to be getting to some bullshit, nah, nigga, like I'm diffusing that. That's what we need, man. We need people like that to really be amongst the right people. I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe I think different, y'all. Or maybe I just got too much of a conscience. I don't know. I don't. But these are things that should definitely be looked at and should be discussed. And on a wide spectrum because it's happening not just citywide, it's happening worldwide, you know. How many cases we done heard people being left for dead just because they friends done either hold ass on them or they done left them. Or sometimes it do be the opposite. You done walked off from your friends, they don't even know where the hell you went. You know, you gotta be mindful when you under the influence. Doesn't matter what you under the influence of. You don't want to be another statistic, and you don't want to be another person laying in the grave or possibly laying as a vegetable. Gotta take certain health. Period. Take that shit and really do the right things. Put the right things in your body. Stop fucking up your body. If there's certain things you know you really shouldn't even be doing, don't do it. There's always going to be a different outcome. Some of y'all like to pop pills. Can't judge, but then again, can't judge to a degree. It's only because it's like, yeah, unless I necessarily need it, I'm not just going to take it for a recreation. I'm good with my weed and whatever I'm drinking for the night, if I am drinking. You know, sometimes it's always good to be level headed anyway. I don't care how intoxicated you are. You got to always make sure if I'm way out of my comfort zone, let me just make sure I don't say and do the wrong things or move the wrong way. Not saying analysts, not saying you're supposed to be pumped, but still be aware of your surroundings, you know, because you never know. Always supposed to move on point regardless. Yo, G'd up, salute, bro. Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta definitely make sure you surround yourself around like-minded people who understand what's what. Like if we all came to have fun, we all gonna leave together. And if we don't leave together, I'm gonna make sure you at least got to your destination. That's just the person I am. Whether I'm fully with you or not. Yo, did you get where you had to get to? All right, bro, hit me. Yo, sis, you good? All right, yo, hit me. I'll link up later on. Like, bro, shit like that. There's too much going on. It's too much violence going on. It's too much rape going on. I really look at that, man. Really have to. Like I said, when it hits deep and it hit close to home, you ain't gonna know how to feel about it then. So it's good to at least try to bring some sort of awareness to it. I feel if you are really that selfish to leave a friend, regardless of what, and you know you could have possibly stopped certain things happening, that's gonna eat you up. Just know that. At some point it's gonna eat you up. Like I said, get back to that unity and that love and that trust we once had before. You know? Yeah, and the worst thing you can do, man. You got some people who will still let their friends get behind the wheel knowing that they fucked up. I'm not letting you get in no damn car if you fucked up. And don't let me have your keys, nigga. 'Cause it might be somewhere in the stash. I might forget about it for the night. By the morning, I'll remember where they at. Even if you do feel inclined to go home, guess what? Get your ass in the cab, or we gonna troop it out. What you gonna do? You're not getting behind no wheel fucking with me. Not gonna allow it, you know?
You hear me, Briff?
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Yeah, much love, Nate. Much love, panel.
What's good, bro?
Same old, man. Same old. I
Yeah,
mean, I
man.
know it's no one's on here, So I figured I'd pop up, chop it over with you.
No doubt, no doubt. Shit crazy, man. I was telling somebody, you know, I can't leave my friend on stuff. That's just me. I don't care what it is. I can't leave you on stuff. Now, if
Yeah,
I'm not,
I can't. The only time you should look down at people is when you're trying to help them up. You know what I mean?
nah, that's right there. You right on that. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
looking down. I'm not looking down on no, because sometimes I don't even look down, nigga. I'll still be looking straight up. Nigga, get your ass up.
We
But
all we
like
all
I
meet at
said,
the level, Nate. You know what I mean?
yeah, nah, that's a whole doubt. That's no doubt on that. But all in all, as a community, like I said, it's just nah, man. I'm just not gonna let you fucking nigga. That's like me letting you knowing you could possibly get yourself hurt, killed, or arrested. I'm not letting that happen, nigga. We was all chilling together. Nah, bro. Son, where we at, son? We going to Waffle House or something? What we doing?
Yeah,
Like, come on, bro.
enough of the Waffle House. You got to speak up.
Hmm.
You know. Yeah, Nate.
Yo,
Can we screen share a video on here? It's very, very informative. It's for the people. I think it's actually going to move us in a positive direction. We have to learn their mechanism. You know what I mean? So I'm saying this one, it's related to gematria. It's related to words and how the English language has been constructed in order to keep people in the cage in a way. But it's really well breaking down. It's not very long. It's only like 8 minutes or something. We could pause it, commentate on it. You know what I mean? I think this will actually give us some information that's not gonna be there. Like no one's ever gonna come on show shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, call me kinfolk. He's a brother that's he's a black brother that's into the whole gematria shit. You know what I mean? And he gets deep into it too on the YouTube. You know, he's a pioneer in that. I've been on his panel before. Some good people. I mean, they're trying to break out of this shit.
That'll be another. I could probably use that for another topic. But for tonight, I'm winging this like I've been doing it because this is how it needs to be, bro. Spoken from the soul. And honestly, I don't do shit fun like that. So
I know,
if I was on a
Nate. Though this is.
It'd be a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it says we can't even do it then.
Nope.
It's all right. It's all right. We can chop it up. It pretty much goes into how, like, you know, how they call spelling. They call spelling. Like, you know, you spell a word, you cast a spell. You know what I mean? You write in cursive and create signatures that make sentences. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of aware of that already. But
it's all in the fucking language.
No, but that ain't got nothing to do with me leaving you for dead. Fuck that. Like, that don't got nothing to do with that. That's a whole different topic for another live, like I said. But I'm quite aware of cursive and all that other shit, son. Trust me, you talking to a wise brother regardless.
But yeah, Nate, it's funny though. They say to pray to things, right? With an A. If you change it to an E, it's like you're being preyed upon. But it's really the same word, pray and pray. Why do they do that? Yeah, bless you, be less you. Go pray to something. Like pray, like the serpent is eating you.
Yo, James, salute, bro. Oh, you already know, no doubt. Day number one.
You're still on vacation, bro.
I just started vacation today.
Nice.
But all in all, like I said, I probably won't be back to the first. So I'm lit.
Are you good, bro? Next month.
Yeah, lit situation. But all in all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally can't sit here and see how some people allow their friends to just can't do that. If we went out together, we at least are going home together. Or I'm gonna at least make sure your ass is home safe. I don't care if you in a coma, nigga. Like, wake your ass up. Like, it is not gonna be no you got locked up, you done got beat up or possibly killed, and we was all together. Nah, it's not happening. I don't give a fuck what the situation is.
Yeah, you have a good heart, bro.
Yeah, because I ain't a fucked up individual, regardless to what might be going on, whether on here or in real time, nigga. I got an actual fucking heart. And if I rock with you genuinely, nigga, I'm not gonna let you fall. And even my main ones, my day ones to tell you, nah, that nigga definitely, that nigga is a rock.
You're a warrior, you know. When shit hits the fan, I'd rather have a man like you beside me. You know what I mean? You're only as strong as the people beside you.
Trust me, I had a long line of strong people. So even when a nigga feel like he had his worth, shit, I'm not. And them niggas know how I get. So
I'm looking at the chat right now. They're saying, how long is your vacation? They say until the 1st, December 1st. Another guy saying he could text in the chat, Nate, hit him with the boot. Frankie Blanco, why don't you come on panel, you fucking weirdo? You're saying kick people off.
Yo, hold up, bro.
You're not even on the panel. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But you want to hold up too, bro, because that's my boy right there. So you're not going to. Nah, but you're not going to. See, you don't even know me. You was already disrespecting.
I'm not trying to disrespect, but I'm saying, like, what did
I say?
Bro.
Nah, this the second time in particular you done came up here and was trying to get crazy, bro. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't care how long you've been rocking with me to a degree. If I tell you chill out with your disrespect and you still disrespecting, and I feel it's disrespectful, I'm going to snap and I'm going to let you have it. So please chill out, bro. I'm just telling you.
I respect that. I respect that, Nate. Thank you. I
You
mean
don't
no
know that brother from
disrespect.
because you don't know the brother from a hole in the wall. And for
Yeah,
all I
I don't
know,
even know. I don't even know who he is. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? It's not even his fault. It's like YouTube. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bunch of weird motherfuckers on there.
who that my man MK from the other spot. Salute, bro. Glad you tuned in too. You know, all in all, again, I can't allow any of my friends to be in a situation where it could possibly let them lose their life. I'm not doing that.
I'm not perpetuating that into my reality either. You know what I mean, Nate? Same.
You know,
I feel the same way. I'm not gonna let people get into danger. I feel like you're responsible for it. You know, if something happened.
yeah, because that's how you're supposed to feel. Because at the end of the day, if you know for a fact you could have avoided a tragedy, you were supposed to actually be a friend and make sure your friend is good. Just like if that was your family, you're supposed to make sure your family is good. Yeah, we know sometimes people might want to reject the help, but you're
And
still supposed to at least give them the help regardless.
you're Nate. Friends are the
Yo,
family you choose. You know, so friends should be treated like family either way. Friends are the family you choose. So you got to treat them like family.
nah, that's a doubt. That's no doubt at all. But then again, some people you can't treat like family. It's like I said, some people might always have some sort of agenda. But for those that you know are genuine, you keep them as close as you're supposed to.
Yeah, you gotta remove all the leeches and the bottom feeders.
But all in all, this is like I said, this is a convo that need to be brought up. And again, on a wide spectrum.
It should be
Because
talked
yeah,
about a lot more often. Why is it never talked about? You know what I mean?
facts. This is
Why?
what
How come no one ever talks about this shit?
because some people are focused on other things besides what's really in front of them. So it is what it is sometimes, but I'm not one of them. But I'm a person that live in real time and witness certain shit day in and day out. Oh yeah, I'm always have something to bring and talk about because it's also bringing general awareness, regardless of what. And you might get a 2-part, 3-part, don't matter, but it's going to be awareness brought one way or another. So some sort of change has to be made. Period.
I think you're too smart for your own good, Nate. Fucking guy. You see it all, huh? You see through the veil?
True. I've been seeing through all of that, man. Trust me. I've been living in, man, listen, I've been living ahead of my time before a certain age. So trust me, I done been around the block twice. Some things you just gonna always see a repeated cycle of, but you should want to break that cycle.
Nicole Bella, isn't it true if you knowingly let somebody drive drunk and that person gets hurt, you can be held accountable criminally? At least in
Yeah,
Canada, that reigns true. You know, like, let's say somebody goes to like a bar or a club, gets all fucked up, leaves, kills a family, kills themselves, you know, bad car accident, whatever. The onus, the responsibility is on the club owner or the establishment owner, or if they came from your house, it's on you. You know what I mean?
that's a whole fact. But it's crazy because, like I said, you as a friend should not allow anybody, or you as a family member, or just period, should not allow your peoples to be behind any type of wheel and knowing that they drunk.
You know what, Nate? It gets a little deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like friends and family, that's all cool and shit. Yeah, you're gonna treat them better than regular people. But I'm saying in general, you should never put anybody in a position you want to go into yourself. I mean, if it's not good enough for you, don't put other people in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, that's a whole fact, Frankie. Nah, some of it, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. In certain states, it is a crime if you let somebody get behind the wheel, knowing you could have prevented something.
Yeah,
But
that's a crime
but
over here.
it's morally wrong too, because morally, like I said, as a friend, I'm not gonna let you get behind. I'm not gonna let you put yourself in a situation where you get yourself harmed. Period. So
And fuck their rules and their laws and shit. It really, you think you need somebody to tell you what to do and what you need to follow, oh yeah, and make some bullshit rules up. You simply, it's a golden rule. Just treat other people how you want to be treated. It solves everything.
facts.
You know what I mean? It's not very difficult.
You
And
know,
that
but
can tie
all
into
in
everything. You know, if you treat other people how you want to be treated, you're obviously, like what you're saying, you never let a friend do this and that, da, da, da. Yeah, because you're treating people how you want to be treated, but you let yourself go and do that? Maybe. But personally, I treat people better than I treat myself. You know what I mean?
nah, but you can't do that all the time, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I'm saying for family.
Mhm. Yo, legend, salute, bro. Glad you
Yeah,
tuned in
you're
too.
right. You can't. Yeah, you get taken advantage of, no.
You only get taken advantage of if you allow it to happen. And again, I can't even allow that to happen. I'm not going to allow my friends, if I know it's a situation where they possibly are getting duped on something, I ain't going to let it happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all in all, y'all already know. I ain't going to hold you. I wasn't going to be up here forever neither. Just
Yeah,
one.
Nate. I have a question.
What's good?
If you go back to the young Nate, you know what I mean? You're like 19, 20, 21, whatever from there, you know, like early 20s. What would you tell yourself if you can go back? You can appear and tell the young Nate something. What would you say?
What would I tell him?
Yeah.
I don't think I could tell him nothing that he don't already know.
Okay. That's the best answer.
The most I can probably tell him, yo, son, bring all the munchies with you. That's it.
It
Other than that,
would
can't.
ruin it.
Nah.
Yeah, it would ruin it. It would ruin it if you did that. If you came back and actually just you have to
Nah.
experience it and learn it yourself, you know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't tell myself nothing different because it made me who I am today. So y'all already know. I was mostly gonna come on here earlier, but oh, appreciate you, Roy. Appreciate you, sis. Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah, how was your trip? How was your trip? I know you was out there in them good old coldness. How was your trip, sis? You never told me nothing good besides the situation with the bobsled.
bobsled.
But for everybody who did have some sort of vacation, even if they got their vacation now, hopefully y'all all are safe and enjoying it, and just being blessed as usual. I wasn't gonna be on here all night. Shoot, I ain't gonna hold you. I
Mm.
think I'm gonna leave this part two for tomorrow. So I just wanted to mostly come on here, because I was supposed to come up here earlier. But when you finally get in the just deserved rest, I said, let me just be fresh for this one.
And yeah, you know it's funny though. If they're always it's always divide and conquer. They're always trying to put people against each other. You know what I mean? Because they don't want the hope that people can link up and make a proper network and actually do something. You know what I mean? So I want to say this to everybody listening, and you, Nate. I actually care about you guys. You understand? I care about you guys like family, like more than I care about myself. You know what I mean? I love you guys, man. I love everybody. I have so many reasons to hate people, and I can't I can't put that into my mind. You know what I mean? You want to see the way I hate. It's not even worth it for anybody.
Nah, and that's see like right there, that's genuine. And like I said, You know, a lot of times you're not just supposed to put everybody first. You're supposed to put yourself and then put everybody. First of all, you're supposed to put God first, and then everything else falls in line.
Yeah, real shit. But I know what you're saying. Like, I've always been, I've always been like the provider. You know what I mean? Like since I was 8 years old, I grew up in like public housing. You know what I mean? Like barely any food and shit. You know what I mean? So like, I was living in like a giant fucking waffle. You know what I mean? I had to get my family out of there. Blah, blah, blah. So like, I'm kind of hardwired in order to take care of other people first. You know what I mean? Like for example, my brother. We're like 6, 7 years old, and my fucking brother looked at me. He was like 6 years old. I was like probably like 8. Man said he wanted to kill himself. I'm like, how does an 8-year old even have these thoughts? So I had to be a man. I had to make sure I walked him to school and packed him his lunch. Go get some food out there.
Yeah, I know some people get put into an early situation. That part I do know. And I remember you saying that a while back the last time you was up here. So trust me, I already know the vibes on that. But all in all, you're still supposed to put God first, and then you're supposed to love yourself enough to love everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I realized over time. I realized how can I help anybody else if I don't help myself first? You kind of have to you put God first, and after that, you kind of have to help your situation. Like it's the only way you can really actually make effect. You have to help yourself first. You have to be the change you want to see, in a way.
Facts. And this is the type of change I'm trying to bring to the community. So, like I said, you know, all in all, doesn't matter if the live is for an hour or if it's for 4 hours. When I got things I need to bring up and discuss, I'm going to bring it up. You know.
But Nate, if I shouldn't even be really getting into this stuff, but if you look at the highest echelons of society, all these people that we think are heroes and whatever, like they're proponents, champions for what we want, it's really all an illusion. They're all initiated into a certain thing. It's a controlled opposition. You know what I mean? So they're all into, yeah, they're all waffle. They're all in a certain initiation
Oh,
worldwide,
that
everywhere.
part I already know. That part I already know. And again, that'll be for another live. Trust me, I already know.
You
You
already
talking
know
to,
that. Yeah. I know you already know that.
but
I'll
this
just
is the
mention
one
it.
thing. But this is the one thing, and that's one thing that should stay dead. And Frankie, you beat me to the punch. That's how I know you, my brother, baby.
All right,
That's what
all
I
right.
say.
Hold on, Frankie. I love how Frankie put that up. By faith, not by sight. Let's break that down a little bit. Do you see what you believe, or do you believe what you see? You know what I mean? Like pretty much, if you want to see something, you have to believe it before you actually see it. You know what I mean? So it's by
Hey, Didi.
faith, not by sight.
Hey, Didi. Glad you tuned in. I was about to say you late for church. You still kind of late for church, but I ain't gonna have you play the organs.
Oh, the
I ain't gonna have
organs.
you
What?
play the organs.
Why do? It's very funny how they call the organ in church, like organs in your bowels. Like your fucking organ. They call
Yeah,
praying pray. Like pray as the sense of to pray to something, and then pray a sense of being hunted. You know what I mean? Just change the vowel to E to A. Same word, sounds the same. But these guys are fucking with you. I don't want to like burst anybody's bubbles, but all this religion that's perpetuated on people, it's an energy harvesting technique. And really, like the God, the Yahweh, Jehovah, Jah, Jabulan, all the whatever you want to call it, the Abrahamic God, the big three is the devil. It's the biggest deception ever. You know what I mean?
well, I could
Yep.
disagree with you on that because the biggest deception is supposed to be we living in hell. No, we choose to live in
Mm.
hell.
Yeah, you
So
choose. It's up to you.
if you want to be technical, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't say it's all the devil. Religion, yeah. that's man-made. But being religious and believing
No,
in a
no,
higher power, yes.
no. But Nate, like, let me reiterate that in a way that it's more understandable. What I mean is this: I'm saying these people, they want to be good, they want to like do good things, right? But like they're being like cajoled, they're being tricked. So you trick them, and you kind of like use them as a battery. You harvest their energy. You know what I mean? To what they believe in. But it's like it's not the devil. I don't like the word devil or God. It's pretty much like a spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? It's good versus evil. What team you want to be on the winning team? It's up to you. Good will always beat the evil, bro. I mean, you see in the archetypes of comic books and superheroes and that good always wins at the end of the day.
You're right. And that's a reiteration too, because I feel like I'm doing something good. And I'm gonna continue to do this good
You're on the
regardless of
right
what.
Nate, you're on the right team, bro. You are doing something good. Do not ever let anybody stop you. Continue. You know what I mean? If you need money, if you need any support, trust me, you have friends at high places. We'll take care of it.
It ain't about money, ain't about none of that, honestly. And I could diffuse that right again, like I've been saying. Been
Good.
following me for a minute.
There's a test.
There's the only test I'm going through is the test that I've been going through. And that's trying to motivate and do what I've been doing. And making sure my people at least understand that we gotta get back to what
You're
we
doing a hell
become.
of a job, Nate. Keep it up, my friend. You're
You
doing a
already
good
know.
job. You're doing a good job, man. I never, bro. You're not. I could tell you're not brainwashed like these other people. I mean, you have a mind of your own. Finally, it's rare nowadays. But you definitely have a mind of your own.
I always had a mind of my own, so I'm gonna stop you again. I've always had a mind of my own. I've been living in real time forever.
That's
So
who you are. I know. I could tell.
you already know. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I know some of y'all about to do y'all little preps and your runs for the mall. Some of y'all might still have work in school. I do appreciate the family that popped in. And for those that was in the shadows watching like they always watching, y'all already know it's always love. Shout outs to the replay gang. I know ain't nobody dropped no links in here to show no love today, but it didn't matter. Main thing I got out the way, I had to get it out the way. And we definitely gonna add that part two tomorrow. So we gonna dive more time to talk, you know.
Keep it up, Nate, man. You know what it is? You can't really force these ideas on people. It's more, all you can really do is plant seeds in a way. And eventually they'll germinate. Over time it'll grow into a massive tree, you know?
That's no doubt. But I appreciate you popping up on the stream. You already know. Oh, matter of fact, yeah. I appreciate you popping up on the stream, bro.
Thank you for having me, Nate. Much love to everybody on the panel. Who do we got here? We got DD, we got Cherry, we got behind door. What is it? Behind the bar.
Behind the ball, salute, bro.
We got Frankie. We got Random. Aussie.
Yeah, I
Much
got the
love to
main
everybody.
family.
Realist. The whole crew is over here.
Yeah. And Cherry, you know you was late for church. I'm sorry, I ain't want to do this to you. You might have to play the organs on the way out.
Organs on the way out.
About to
You're a
be DD,
savage.
but
Nate, you're a savage, bro. This motherfucker, you're a savage, you fucking savage.
nah, I'm not a savage, dude. They know what it is. I be fucking with them like that. Hey, Sean, blessings. You know, y'all can catch the replay though, definitely. But
All
I
right, bro.
appreciate
Go.
you popping up, bro.
Yeah. Get some rest, everybody. Much love, man. Thank you for having me on here. Much
You
love.
already, you know. You laughing, Cherry, but I'm serious. You know how you usually, y'all, for y'all that's in the chat, y'all know how I do a lot of times. You was late to church. Got to play the Morgans. I don't know who in here that got the drum sets, but nah, that's all good, sis. I know. Like I said, I know some of y'all doing y'all preps for this week, you know. And again, for those who tuned in, I hope that y'all have a blessed holiday season and all of that, you know. We're definitely gonna do this part two tomorrow, you know. Definitely gonna do that. And might be a little different tomorrow anyway. Could be vibing out to some music, y'all. So we gonna definitely ride out. We're still doing that poetry on Thursday. No ifs, ands, and maybes. So who knows? I'll probably just be on somebody live Friday. Who knows? But I do appreciate y'all tuning in. I do hope that y'all have a blessed evening. Hope y'all stay safe. Have a blessed Wednesday morning. You know, and until the next live, y'all already know. Peace and blessings, y'all. We out of here.